The left eye? You killed her too. It's okay. I'm not worried about it. I just want to share a discovery. It doesn't make me angry because you guys look stupid walking in front of my door. I don't know how many times I've had to explain it. When I used to have a dog, my dog used to bark when people would come down the hallway. I don't have motherfucking tolerance for this shit. Right? I'm gonna leave you some shoe covers. If you must make your video appearance and you must walk down the hallway, it is my concern. I will leave you some shoe covers because you guys just changed the whole way all the mold in the hallway works because you're trying to make it look like I'm dealing drugs. Right? Because that's what I heard before I watched my video. That's the reason I watched the video just now. Somebody said, we're trying to make it look like she's the dealer. What? Why would I need to deal? I get a monthly paycheck. I could calculate all my fucking shit. Why would I ever need to do that? And then now I seen in front of old stinky 203 ass apartment, the floor looks all clean, but it's okay because in 3 days I know that shit's gonna be slimy again. So I don't know if this was just for like right before the inspection, you trying to move the mold back here, because I've been paying attention to how often this door opens when I'm working, because I work right in front of it, right? I'm sitting here working. Bow, 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 bow. I'm working all day. Bow, 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 bow. Working. Door opens multiple times a day, but there's nobody there. That's the drug dealer apartment? What? I'm asking. Because obviously someone in this building is still dealing drugs. So they're trying to change. If they're trying to kill me, I don't give a fuck, bitch. Do you see my eye is swollen? Like, it's sick already. You know how many people died? I don't give a fuck. Okay? It's not anger. Bitch, if you people who laugh, I don't even need to. But I do want to show you this show. We're going to do a little rundown show of the models I had walk by my door. So first we're going to start with this guy. Hold on. This guy. He seen the camera. He said, oh no. This guy came with another guy though. This is just in the last week. If you don't know what witness intimidation is, I'm here to show you. If they're not here to intimidate me, they really are here to kill me. Everything I said is true. Just this week of people walking past my door makes everything that I said true. I don't know what they are. They're actors to me, if you ask me. Right? Only one of them looked like a real drug addict. My cat's over here. She's mad I'm too loud for the time, so I'll calm down. But this shit, I don't know what they are. One of them looked like they do drugs, and that's it. Because the way he was holding his mouth, he looked like the guy from last week whose mouth was like, right? So that's one. I got a couple different, you know, and I have mirrors here. I don't know if you know, but I set the security system up myself because I have knowledge of security systems, because when I was a little kid, I used to steal candy. So you got mirrors on the ceiling, mirrors on the walls. You got mirrors 45-degree angles, mirrors on your balls. Here we got Dance Battle USA. Right? Notice he got a security guard jacket, up to no good. You're not security for this building. You wore that so you could get in this building. Do you know Reckless Ben? He did a better job than you. He delivered a burrito at least. All right? At least you guys didn't knock on the door. This is how I view it. And they told you to come and stand in front of the camera. Because I don't know how many people's going to stand in front of the camera and not cover their face if they was really up to no good. Right? So you got a nice picture. You're expecting me to get mad. I'm not. I'm still going to pay my rent. You guys could do this all day, every time I go out, every time I come in, whenever you want, dance in the hallway. Maybe I will leave you a present of some Lego. You looking for a package or some Legos? Like, this is funny as fuck. Somebody asked me if I got my microscope because they thought they sent someone to pick it up. Of course I got that shit. right? And I also broke it too, and I also fixed it too. What are you? I'm wondering the same thing, Rob. Yeah, maybe you could tell me. We got this guy. Oh, I can't zoom in. I wish I could zoom in and make it so much more fun, but I can zoom in because I did zoom in. Right? And every time they see the camera, they're like, "Oh, that thing does work. It does work." And I watch it, and look, and I don't care. This guy in a different photo. How many people gonna come look? Walked in the hall. Right in this photo, he's looking at my door lock. Like, can he bust it open? This might be, maybe. I don't want to put anything out there that's not true. The only one focused on the actual door lock. One of the guys looks at the camera, sees the camera backs off before he even walks in front of it, as if maybe, I don't know, you guys are trying to see if I can see angles. I can see all the angles. There's a guy that walks to the end of the hallway. Like, if you think I don't understand what socially engineered is, you're sleeping, your brain cells is numb, stop doing the drugs. This guy, one of these guys, like, walk backwards and shit. Right? Look at, right? I don't need to tell you about yourself. I don't need to. This is a guy that I think had a little bit of remorse. He thought I don't need to do this shit anymore. I'm just reading body language. I don't know if I'm right. But he seen the camera and he said, "Oh no." This is the one I think really looked like he might have been on drugs. And the reason being is because he did like track fingers and open mouth. What are you doing? Are you just trying to show me you're not here to steal anything? Because that's how I used to walk through life, hands wide open. Is that the result of being black? Right? After you get caught stealing, yeah, this is definitely for sure Z's witness intimidation. It's witness intimidation, and they're trying to force me not to pay my rent. I don't have a choice, bitch. Unless all of you motherfuckers are gonna come and help me move this shit out of here, it's no choice. And maybe that's what you're gonna do. Makes it easier, but I'm still not moving once this shit gets cleared out. I got plenty of space to hula hoop. Don't touch my hula hoop. So what I heard right before I watched the video was they're trying to make it look like I'm the dealer because the dealer moved out the building and it don't stink anymore. Right? My period does not stink that bad. My period smells like period blood. It's period. It's regular as period. So you can't say that it's my period that smelled like the drugs. And my kitty shit gets taken out even more so often now that you guys walking through my hallway trying to smell the hallway and shit. So I just want to make sure, like, you had awkward body. Look at the fucking hands. That's how I used to walk with my hands when I didn't know what to do with them after I got caught stealing. That might be some ancestral shit. Right? If you're not on drugs, the open hands, either you're like, that's track fingers when you're running fast, right? Fight or flight. He want to run out of here. He seen the camera and he said, oh shit. Fight or flight. Here we go. Nice side profile too, so I can see how big his nose is. He got a pointy nose. He might be not fully black, Native American something. If you want to get down to jeans. This one's the best dressed, wins best dressed award. Came best dressed. Look at his eyebrows. He real pretty boy. I don't know if he ever been to jail. If he has, he has, you know. Right. I want to dress all of you up like bitches. Because that's it. Right, maybe this was a really pretty girl I seen. Maybe you go both ways. You like Richard. I don't want to insult you if you're not, but you could put a wig on and look really nice. Right. This one of my favorites. So you won that award. right? Because it was a really pretty big. You could go to a Rio Urube show, and be the motherfucking top one in the line, right? But you look more like my sister's type. It doesn't matter. Well, they're gonna feel stupid when they come in here and don't find nothing. They're looking for my dirty underwear. That's fine. They're looking for what? Some fucking Legos. That's fine. Like, ooh, you know they got mold on them. Mojo, that's not dust. That's mold, bitch. I haven't dusted the Legos in a minute. So what are you gonna do? I know he doesn't want to get his clothes dirty. Right. This guy, what's this guy? Let's go back and just. This guy would. This guy would. He came here. This guy. That's these two. He came here with a mask on and a security jacket. They came like they came to get some shit. And then. And you know what else? They came in like minutes before I left or minutes before I came back. As if I'm going to watch the camera and be afraid about living my life. You know why I have the cameras? So I could look at you after you do whatever the fucking stupid shit is that you think you're going to do. We're talking about how period blood smells because apartment 203 used to smell to high hell like cat piss and chemicals. And then when I asked AI about the cat piss and the chemicals, and I asked if it could be a meth lab, AI told me it could. You might be right. I said, oh. And now there's a lockbox on the door and they moved out and it don't stink no more. That's why we're talking about period blood. Because that's all you're going to smell over here. Period blood and candles. That's why you want some candles? Some incense? Some sage? I don't even need to burn the sage. I don't want to waste my sage on you guys. I'll leave my wigs out front if that's what you're looking for. The wigs have mold on them. I don't feel like washing it. Right, and then what is in your pockets, guy? Like, what are you can't? I wish I could zoom in. What is in your pockets? How much did they pay you to do this? I would rather you get paid doing this than anything else, you know? So go on ahead, walk past my fucking camera, get your little photo put on the YouTube. I don't think you really want that, but if that's the shit that you want to project. They're trying to make the mold spread over in front of my house. Oh my gosh, the best one. I think I might post that whole video. I watched the guy crawl in from outside of here. Right, that's the only one I didn't take the screenshot of yet. I watched the guy crawl in this window from outside. The whole time, most of the time, these people are doing this in the hallway. I'm sitting in my apartment. I'm working. They're trying to distract me like I'm watching this shit live feed. You guys are the only ones watching this shit live feed. And then, so what this does is, for the buildings cameras, they can say whatever they want to say. They could show 10 different people walking back here and say, oh, this is what we think she was doing. That's the LAPD for you. Right, that's why I was watching the LAPD police commissioner. I was watching all their face, like 2 or 3 of them kept covering their mouth because they know what the fuck they're doing. Right, so there's people, I found my tribe, the people that told the commissioners, fuck you. But I most respectfully would not do that. Right, so I don't know what it is that you have against me unless you're like part of some major crime mob. And I'm about to get your shit busted. But I will most respectfully ask for you to do your job. And then when we find out that you's part of the fucking crime ring, I'm going to tell you fuck you. Right? Because I believe in innocent until proven guilty. I believe that David is innocent because you guys got motherfuckers in front of my door like this. Trying to sync up their phone with my fucking shit. Because if they get me to put it on airplane mode, it's over. It's lights out. Nothing's going on airplane mode, motherfucker, except for you. You're going on an airplane to the federal prison that you belong in. So, do we understand why we're talking about how period blood smells? And I don't think they're evil. I think that they care more about money than anything else. But money is evil, so I guess maybe that's right. But it doesn't look like they have money. It doesn't look like they have much. So that's why I say I want to say these are actors. If they're not actors, oh, that is what I wanted to say. So when I was at this place that I think is trying to witness intimidate me, it seemed like the girl that was working next to me was staying in a hotel. And I don't know what her family situation is or whatever, but these people were like hired from Virginia or something to come here, and then they only got 3 outfits, and they got to make those outfits work. So like the guy that was wearing all red when I was walking with my cat, probably while these guys was acting in front of my door, the guy that was wearing the all red pants from 2 days ago with the Louboutin shirt, he turned his pants into shorts because he got too hot. Right? And he's thinking he's only going to be out here 1 more day, 2 more days, 3 more days. I don't know if he's one of these guys. If it's one of these guys, he just changed his clothes. But they got him staying up in a hotel just to do this harassment. So I don't care. I really don't care. And if you could hear, look at how clean my shit looks. My hallway's clean. Everything's clean. Why you think I got that window open? Because I'm not the one that smells like shit. My breath might be stinky, but that's it. Now, I don't know if this guy peed in that corner, but he might have. He might have peed in the corner because I seen him waving his little jingling around. I'll show you the video maybe. I don't know if this is a 4K one or if it's the fast one. It's either fluent or clear. So I got an even more clear video if you need to identify these people. Right? What a funny thing to do. Why don't you go find your drug dealer? They're not here. So the intention is for them to fill my apartment up with drugs or something, or they're going to fill me up with drugs, or I don't know what it is. But you got fucking actors in front of my door. Right? Confidential informants. How much am I willing to bet I could find mugshots on all of these motherfuckers? Must be nice to be in a prison without walls. Nah, you know I didn't get a Ring camera? Oh, and let's talk about Incubus if you want to talk about Incubus, because a certain somebody sent a check 2 times, double times, and I think one of those checks, this place that's in trouble did something with the check that's funny because they made me send it back on like some funny shit, right? So I never had a check. I never held a check in my drawer. I don't think it was longer than a day, and if it was because we didn't get a response. And I always had to do refunds, right? And I don't want that job. I didn't want to handle people's checks. That's what I got in trouble for when I was 15. I told you guys about it. So that's what I mean when I say I was labor trafficked. So what does it take? It takes 2 in a RICO, right? It takes 2. So having all these people come here to try to make it look like it's me, this is a set up on your life. But I thought these people were smart. Now they're just desperate. So please watch which name you use to try to come and troll me. Because I can responsibly give out information without giving out the confidential information. And the reason I don't have Ring cameras is because Rings are one of those things that's part of the community of most CC cameras. You know how many people got a backdoor to Ring? So they could watch themselves, so they could see. That's why I got the camera I got, Bubby. That's why I got the camera I got. That's what I was suggested. My on-site manager suggested I got a Ring camera, not knowing that I know about Ring cameras, not knowing that I know a lot about internets. Internet of Things. If this, then that. If you walk down my hall, then those motherfucking sensors, the reason you do it while I'm inside or at work, like this when I'm outside, I might have forgot to plug one of the motherfuckers in because I don't care. Because you guys are monitoring every single thing I have plugged in, and you have been for the longest time. So on the days when I don't have shit plugged in, it's like you're testing. Yeah, test away. Test away until all the cameras get taken down and I really don't give a fuck. And then what do you have to use to try to put me in a state of fear? I don't even have no more cortisol to fucking share because I'm not fearful. If I'm bigger than half of you, 3/4 of you, all right? That's why I said I'm going to put the little pole on the wall to see how tall you are. On a bug? I don't need to step on a bug. Do you know what carborundum dust is? Amalgam and carborundum dust. Google that. Oh, and if we want to get literal, and if I really stepped on a bug while streaming, it'd probably be nasty, and I'd probably go get a paper towel and I'd spray it with either vinegar or alcohol, and I would wipe it off my foot. And then I would wipe the floor up because I don't want to have bug juice guts, because if you kill a bug in your house, it's going to send all the friends. When you kill a bug in your house, all their friends come to get you. I'm not worried about you. Sometimes misinformation is correct. Sometimes people misinform you, right? When you hear people say, she don't got it, you don't know. Do you really know? How do you know what I got? You've been watching me so close, you know. That's right. That's right. What if I have God? Right? I'm not afraid to meet my maker. So if this is more Century City, William Morris Entertainment actor casting calls, you gotta do more casting, I guess. Right? Closest one is the higher the socks, the downer the fool. Closest one is scary, but not even scary still, because you got overstimulation headphones on. Right? Nothing like a gangster that lives in this area. I don't want to offend you or anything, just in case you are, but I got a neighbor who's more gangster than you, and I see him every day. And even still, that might be an actor, but at least his shorts are long. Right? I guess maybe those are fence jumping shorts. You don't want to get the fence stuck up them though. At 7 years old, I jumped 18-foot fences with barbed wire, double barbed wire on the top. And my brother's friend, whose dad was a cop, cut his hand on the barbed wire. That's how we got arrested. But that's probably where the setup first started. My first time getting arrested, I was 7. So young, they had to staple my record to my brother's record. So my brother's been trying to make me have the same life as him for the last 20 years. I'm not it. My brother, I could tell you, my brother told me, here, drive me over here. Drive me in his friend's car. I had no clue what we were doing in his friend's car. He didn't come up and be like, you want to steal a motorcycle with me? And have me be like, okay. Right? I really doubt that he said that. I think it was more like, hey, take me here really quick. Trent, let Margie drive your car. And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he got a whole new Ducati. That's my brother. And he took the cops on a police chase. And he did the same thing in Oklahoma. So if you think this is scary, I live with way worse than you. Right? Took the cops on a bike chase. So what's going to happen? Either you're going to crash that shit, they're going to catch you, or you're going to get away. Just the fact that crashing that shit is an option or a possibility should tell you where my mind's at as far as my bloodlines. Right? Because if I was going to do the same thing as my brother, I would have the same mentality as him. Right? I'm going. We're going to have a good time. It don't matter what happens. So, each and every time you guys show up at my door, just remember, I got like a week or so of footage. 24/7 footage. Just because the light's off don't mean it's not on. It's not required for it to be on. I have notification on my door. If you can read, it's 2 notices on my front door and a notice on every single window. So I can use audio too. So if you guys are stupid and slip up and say some stupid shit, like, that's the biggest fish to fry. Fish was too big. Right? Because if I was a felon, I wouldn't be able to have cameras on my shit. Felons are not allowed to post cameras because they're not supposed to know when the cops is coming. So maybe some of you guys can't have cameras on your shit. I can though. And then if you think that the cameras are here because there's something special in here, me, bitch. And to catch moments just like this. Right? It would be way worse to get caught on any of those other cameras. Those ones are easier to control though, I think. I just wanted to point it out because I don't care. Like I said, I just want everybody else to know who's like, oh my gosh, this bitch is schizophrenic. If you come in my comments and say I'm schizophrenic, I'm posting your picture on here, nice and blown up. Ain't no fucking b-boy battle in my hallway. Right? They said they're trying to make it look like I'm the dealer. Well, when did the door ever open? I got the full video. I got 20, 30 seconds of video. Nothing was ever exchanged. No door open. You guys just come over here. I know. That's what I'm saying. It looks like a face-off. I don't know who I'm facing off with. It's a big old bully that's really upset that I got something to say. I would keep my mouth shut if you didn't have these people around my door. So you want me to talk about it, so I talk about it. It's dramatic. But your intention is for me to be scared, and my intention is to let you know I came from way worse than whatever the fuck this is. My mom's scarier than you. Why you think I'm still over here? Right, I'll show you. Everybody who my mom's scarier than. This motherfucker, mom's scarier than his ass. Uh, this motherfucker, mom's scarier than his ass. Mom, this guy does not want to be there. This guy said, oh my God. This guy too. And there's more. There's like 2 or 3 more. And I didn't even take the screenshot. This guy wanted his picture posted on the internet. So here you go. Right? He looked nice though. Look, I wish I could zoom in. Look at how nice he looks. Right? I got compliments for him. But again, like I said, that's my sister's type. Look, he looked just like a Michael Jordan, a Tupac Shakur. Like, that's my sister, like that bald head shit. I'ma just tell you to shave the cul-de-sac off, because what's the point of keeping all that extra hair? Right? But he's young. He could grow his hair back if he wants to. I'm talking, I like older men. I like them old. Why? Because I don't got to deal with this shit. Didn't you not hear me say I don't want to give their money away? I don't even want it. We could live in an RV and just drive around giving money away. I'm not worried about it. So it is funny. But I mean, I think he looks so nice. I want to put my wig on him and see if he look as nice as a female. Right? All of them. But this one mainly because at least his clothes look clean. He looked like he did not sit down in the hallway. This guy right here, he's sweaty. He's sweaty, and I don't know what's that. Is that marks on your arm? Is that a t-shirt? What is that? You did the best motions. Maybe that's drugs talking, but you moved fast enough so the camera barely caught your ass. If I'm giving out awards. Right, I got your nice profile, though. He's probably the tallest one out of them all, too. And could probably pick my ass up. Right, look at how tall he is. What's that, 6 foot something? 6 foot something. I don't know why I came to your door, lady, got a camera. Oh, shit. And then they say it's a Ring camera. Why? Because Ring cameras you hack into. Ring camera on a Wi-Fi? You tripping, bitch. You guys would love it if I had Wi-Fi. I got a honeypot fi. You could play around with anything but the internet. And that's what's the most fun. Right. This guy did not. He's the one who did the slicky back step. Which one? The guy with the shirt on his head? That makes me think he might look nice with a wig on. Like, he might know about wearing wigs. But I don't want to say that because I don't want to mix anybody's gender up. But it's not bad. It's not bad. It's... You guys have been telling me for how long you going to set me up for credit card fraud. Since I was at the Verizon store at the Beverly Center. You have people telling me that you're going to set me up for credit card fraud. When I left out the Beverly Center on my bicycle, I seen one of my neighbors hanging out next to the Beverly Center in surveillance mode. Jalen was sitting in his car. It was a white Pontiac, and he was in surveillance. He had like Georgia plates or something. And what I call surveillance mode is because he had the windows down. He's just sitting there waiting. So if I have knowledge of your guys' ability to hack into CC cameras, I'm not saying that's what he did, but it's a possibility. And if the Verizon store is aware of it, all they got to do is face that IMEI number just straight up at one of the cameras, and boom, my shit's hacked before I even leave the store. So if I could tell you how it's done, you can't set me up for a crime because I'm telling you who did it and how it's done. So that's why I think D4VID, he don't even need an attorney. He need me. I'll pray. I pray that he did not do it. I pray he gets put in jail just for the fact that he did pedo shit. But as far as the murder goes, that's these people. That's society. Hayden Panettiere, motherfucking Brian, whatever his name is going to jail. Why? Because he didn't even bother to, like, the difference. Brian definitely guilty. David, they just want his money. They want his money. They want to strip him of his assets because he's black. And the other guy was a motherfucking... Listen, think about it. If you think about it, D4VID started his shit in a closet. He sang about dark shit. Doesn't mean he necessarily did it. They got him caught slipping because he dipped in a little 13-year-old, right? He's self-made, though. He already made millions before that shit, right? He's at millions. And then somebody seen that they could take advantage of his ass. Let me be your attorney, David. Somebody seen they want to take advantage of his ass. I just don't know judges. See, I have to have a relationship. You have to have a relationship with your judge. Otherwise, you're not going to get off of that shit. He was self-made, whereas the Brian Hickerson guy was selling her shit at the pawn shop. He could have been set up too. But it's a difference. Do you see? They don't want black people to have anything, so they'll do anything they can to strip it from them. And the white people's just stealing from the white people. And that's what I'm talking about. So, please, look, everybody got a bag or some shit. They're like shaking mold spores out on the floor in my apartment. It's okay, though, because I spray in front of my door every day. Right? Because I don't have my mold spore shopping cart. Since I got rid of mold spore shopping cart, they're like, fuck. How are we going to get her to spread the mold? So they sent all these guys back here. All of this is designed to keep me in my apartment. I'm not afraid. I'll still go on my walks. It don't matter. I have to go on my walks. If I stay sedentary, I'm going to catch some kind of disease. I don't know what he's thinking. That's the security guard. This guy with the security guard jacket on. Look it. If that's you, raise your hand. But this may be the best picture I got all year. I'm going to put this in a notebook somewhere. Be like, dance battle in the hall with some people I don't know. Yeah, even my cat's chilling. She just gave me a big old stretch and a purdy purr. Right? Does she tell me when you're here? I think she does. I think she does. She does, but I'm working. And you guys trying to slow me down. Slow her down. Every time you try to slow me down, I'm going to send out 6-10 times more what I would have sent out if it wasn't for you guys. It's not cognitive conditioning. This is stupidity. Right? Because when I feel like people are trying to slow me down, then I start getting like real asshole, real gate kid, real bell curve, real... I'm going to let them know exactly who the fuck it is that they're fucking with. Do you see what I'm saying? You got people in the hallway trying to make it so I look bad at work so that they could fire me and then say that I was doing this and that and this and the other. No, I'm telling you right now, I got an offer for an amount that I could not accept because it wouldn't have paid my bills. If I would have accepted the low amount, then you guys could have probably set me up for this. But I said I need a certain amount. And I got an email in here somewhere that will put all your asses in jail. I don't even care to do that, though. I'd rather watch you guys dance battle in my hallway. Next time, can we get some choreography? I'm looking for choreography. And can you send some pretty bitches like the first guy so I could dress them up like dolls, like Barbie dolls? Right. Don't get me wrong, still looks thug, but I want to put a wig on him. Right? I bet you're mad you came and stood in front of my camera now if I'm talking about you like this. It's like hot head. Right? You should be smiling though, because you got nice eyebrows and shit. Look at everybody else's eyebrows. Looking crazy. This guy reminds me of how I look when I go outside though. That's why. So they're trying to get the neighbors to be able to say, the neighbors got a camera pointing in my apartment, I guess. And they're trying to get it so that the neighbors could say that I got all kinds of weirdos over here. But I don't. These people didn't show up until after you guys moved 203 out. So they needed a reason or a way for the weirdo activity to continue within the building. They don't like it when it was so peaceful, and it still is peaceful and quiet because they walk through the hallway because they don't want me to open my door while they're out in front of it. They like tiptoe. I watched so many videos. You don't even know how many videos I watched. And out of all of these people, I drag my feet more than them. Like just naturally, the way I walk is like dragging my feet. And then you got these people tiptoeing through the hallway. And I got the neighbor just staring at my door over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, just staring at my door like hateful, like goddamn bitch, why can't you go? Because they want me to post their video so they can be like, look, harassment, she's stalking us. But like I said, you got a closed circuit camera in the hallway, so there's no reasonable expectation of privacy. This is my personal security surveillance, and with the number of people that showed up at my door in the last week, 2 weeks, however long it is, no, if I wanted to, I would post your picture, but I think that's what you want me to do so you could collect your little gift card or whatever. I'm at least happy you put your dog on a leash, you know, finally. Finally. Right? And then, like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything nice. So I'm going to keep my shit to myself. I'm just saying, this is what it is. It's whatever. Look it. Oh, shit. Can I get in that lock? That's focused, locked on. That's the way Michael Burbank looked at the gate code. Michael Burbank, I don't know how I even got that. I got it on video. Maybe I was accidentally recording. I just never turned my GoPro off. I don't know. But I got a video of Michael Burbank. He gave me a hug, and when he gave me a hug, he was staring at that motherfucking gate code. I don't even know the gate code, so I don't know why he was, because somebody had walked in. That's what it was. Somebody walked in and entered the code, and he looked back and stared as they entered it. I was like, I don't even know the code of that. And then they've been propping the back door open and the front door open so that these people can come in. Right? Like what they do is they wait to see me on top of the stairs. And then they'll call my phone from the call box, but the door's already open. So then it looks like I let them in. But little do they know, the call box will tell you, at least it will tell James, if I was the one who hit the key to buzz him in or not. So quit trying to make it look like I'm friends with these people. They are not my friends. You want to know what my friends look like? This gonna fuck all your shit up. This gonna make sure that there's no fucking drugs in here, bitch. These are my friends. You know? Look. Oh, you can't see me here. Let me fix that. Hold on. These are my friends. This just to show you that you guys fucked up, okay? This my friend. This my friend? He's cute, right? Real cute. This, my friend, this a hero. Unlike you. Hero. Maybe it's Hayden. What's that say on the back? It say Hayden on the back. Who else? I got a whole bag of these guys. But it's nothing. If you see something special, I mean, but it's just regular ass shit. My friend. I think she got a hot dog car. I just don't know where it is. Well, I know where it is. It's just not in this box. My friend. There's 2 different Santas from 2 different sets. My friend, nonetheless. Hey, my friend. You think my cat's gonna be chilling with me like this? Right. Kitties don't like drugs. Kitty said she don't like drugs. Somebody's probably outside my door right now. Look at her. Staring at the door. So. Right. If you were right about what anybody told you, like if there was something so big in here, so bad in here that was, I gotta protect it. Oh no, I gotta get up out of here. I would have already been gone. There's a means and there's a ways. I just have no desire. I don't have a desire, not even with all those people walking through the hallway like that. You could walk through. Eventually, they're going to get tired of paying you, and you're going to get tired of coming here. Because that mole's growing. So, and the fact that I take my shoes off when I get home, I'm not concerned about it. I got special shoes just for the hallway. Right? And I'm about to get a different pair of special shoes that protect my feet. I might have to wear motherfucking boots in this shit. So. Oh, I got a pimple right here. I could feel it. So what I was saying is, if you're trying to save yourself from a Rico, you just made it worse. You just made it hella fucking worse. But you could always be like, I don't know any of these people. Maybe the ketamine queen knows them. Say, God damn it, bitch. That's what you should say. I don't know her from this, that, or the other. I also think Matthew Perry's death was suspicious. I think that some of the same shit happened to Matthew Perry before he died. What I think is because it was his live-in housemate, right? His live-in caretaker or something, live-in friend, somebody live with him. And that's how they get you. Hayden was her boyfriend. If they can't, when I cut off my ties to my handler, my female 15-year-old best friend from, you know, when I was 15, I had a handler that was also 16. She's a year older than me. When I cut her off, you guys moved the drug apartment in here. And you're just trying to make sure that you have drugs around me at all times, and I've never used them. I don't communicate with these people. I'm not curious. How long have you been waiting to try to get me to look like I'm using them? If these people were carrying, I still wouldn't even ask them because I quit smoking weed. That's what I was going to say. If these people have really good weed and were like, hey, you know, if somebody came back there and started smoking a joint, you couldn't do that anyway. That's a fire escape. But, right, like, that's what I'm trying to tell you is if I'm telling you that I wouldn't smoke weed with somebody on a fire escape because that's illegal, that should tell you that none of these people are my friends. Right? And then I seen some shady shit go on at the door next to me. And it's like gaslighting 101. I guess it's to see angles. I'm not going to show the angle, but I'm going to let you know I saw it. I left one day for my walk and it wasn't anything outside. I came home from my walk and there was a note card underneath my neighbor's door. And it made his girlfriend or whoever stop and look at it funny. So I don't know if that's social engineering or if he's gaslighting her too. But she's got a key so she could go straight in there. Oh. In case you were wondering. And I like the way that she looks at the camera. Like anybody who's not doing anything nefarious is not going to stare at my camera for yearious. You know what I'm saying? So between the two of them, they stare at the camera every day like it pisses them off. What, you can't sell drugs from your apartment because I got a camera? I'm asking. I don't know if that's what the case is. But, oh. And the funniest thing, this kid's from Florida. What else is in Florida? SPLC? But I want to stop talking about this, and then I'll go and I watch my security video, and then I see this shit, and I'm like, oh, well, I know they've been trying to kill me. I know that. And that's what their intention is, because there's a camera above my door that doesn't actually catch my door. That's why I have to have my own camera on my door. And trust and believe there's cameras behind that camera, behind that door. So even if you were to get that one camera, it's way more. And that's what the inspection was. They took pictures of the camera, so I got to change angles and shit. Because he's really trying to run in here. Well, that's not what the inspection for. That's what the necessity of the inspection was for, because I'm just being harassed or whatever and all this bullshit. But LAPD won't do nothing. District attorney won't do nothing. It doesn't matter if I go to LA Sheriff's Station. It doesn't matter where I go. Nobody's doing. They had the nerve to send me a letter that said, this Nathan Hodgman's office said, go talk to your local law enforcement. Well, I would not have made it to your inbox if talking to law enforcement worked. And that's just that. I made it to your inbox because talking to law enforcement did not work. Look at how puffy my eyes are. They really got something in the air. Just like pimp, maybe I just gotta go wash my face. Probably gotta go wash my face. I don't know. That's like the fucking... I can breathe. It doesn't sting. So air quality is whatever. But there are times where it hurts and it stings to breathe. And that's when I would complain about stinky mold spore ass motherfucking apartment 203. Is when I would have extra trouble breathing. I'd open the door. They'd open their door. Smell like cat piss. They come walk by me, walk down the hallway with me. I don't want to smell your cat piss. I don't want to smell your cat piss. And I don't want to, and I just got litter. How are you guys thinking you really could do? I just literally changed the litter today. Every day I change the litter. So how are you going to make it seem like that smells from coming in here? No. Okay, so I'm going to get off now. Calm down. Probably go wash my face, wash this pimple. At least look at it under the mirror and the microscope. And we're just going to be living. What a compilation of videos. Have a great night.